These Imams that taught me the Quran, they put so much focus and emphasis on how to say the surah, never understanding it. They say things like, it's not Maliki Yawmiddin like a gangster, it's Maliki Yawmiddin, not Yo, it's Maliki Yawmiddin, Tajweed Ahi. Reading the English translation is never encouraged. I actually had to make my own effort to read the whole Quran in English, because if you actually read this in English, it does not make sense at all.
Okay, and then the next issue that Enes Kardeş had was, why are the scholars emphasizing on the pronunciation, Maliki Yawmiddin, it's Yawmiddin, for example. And, in order to understand this, let us assume that, as I believe he's a Christian now, let us assume that Jesus came and taught the Gospels in English. And let us assume now that Enes is from a Turkish background, as I am, and he speaks not a word of English. So what does he have to rely upon? He has to rely upon the sounds. So the one that is teaching him, for example, the Lord's Prayer, O our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Again, Father here, we want to refer to it as Muslims as God, or being understood to be God in its traditional form. But imagine now this scholar that understands English, that understands the original language in which the Bible was sent, let us assume it's English, and he is now teaching Enes, who only knows Turkish and has to rely on the sounds, how to do this Lord's Prayer. Imagine he said, now it would be negligence on the side of this religious scholar, English scholar, to not correct him. Because not only can it become jargon, worse still, it could change the meaning to such an extent that it could be blasphemous. Now, this is a common understanding with إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. You alone we worship and you alone we ask for help. Now, if you change even the vowels within these verses, you could change the meaning to the point where it becomes disastrous. And so it is negligence on the part of the scholar if he were not to correct you. So, we can't understand this unless we think of it from the perspective of a language that we do understand and how it would be or how it would sound if someone were not pronouncing it correctly.